What up, people? It is official. We are at the 100th live stream on the Joe McFo Show. I don't have an applause sound effect or anything, so I'll just say woo, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on to the stream. I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't think it's gonna be as long as the normal live streams that I do, but I do have several announcements to make. First of all, Yash is in the shot, so there's our first hydration check. So you guys know how we do it. Whenever we mention Avatar, Spider-Man, or the cats pop on, we gotta drink some water. So let's have our first hydration check of the evening. All right. Next up, I'm gonna read the comments. So Pillowhead Creations is on. What's going on, Pillowhead? Thank you for coming on. Lily Sapphire in the house. Hello. Megan is on. Kathy is on, of course. Manette is on. Happy 100. Thank you. Kathy says it feels like a family reunion. Oh man, you guys are so awesome. So man, I'm trying to figure out where to start. So a couple of announcements for the channel as a whole, the Shadowboxers project as a whole, and I got an update for you on the webcomic. So let's start with the webcomic update. You guys know that I have been building this project for some time, and unfortunately I have been much slower than I would like to be. And I also took some time off for some mental health reasons, things like that. But the project Shadowboxers is going forward massively. I'm making serious leaps. I've been working night and day on the comic, and I want to say that first off, the penciling for the comic for this first chapter is done. There are like a couple little things that I could add here or there, but this is the progress of Shadowboxers. So we have everything kind of paneled out here. I don't want to show too much because there's a couple of pages where the dialogue is showing, and I don't want y'all to be zooming in and finding all the little secrets there. But the pencils are done. Now I get to move on to inks, and I'm hoping that's going to be a faster process because penciling, like, first off, this is my first time doing like a big comic like this. I've done some comics that are like 2 pages or 3 pages, or stuff like that for school or an assignment in the past, and that's one thing. But doing something that's 20 pages or 25 pages or whatever it is takes a lot longer. And the other reason it took so long for me to get this far is because I literally had to redo the comic. Maybe not had to, but I did redo the comic for a couple of reasons. One, when I looked at what it looked like before versus what it currently looks like, it is like a night and day difference. I wonder if can I show you guys really quickly? Do I have I might have to show you guys like 2 panels side by side, just so you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. Give me one moment. I probably should have pulled this up, but I didn't know I was gonna say that part, so now we're kind of, we're just here. Okay. So a couple of actually, no, that's kind of hard to see. Where's the actual file for this thing? Here we go, version 1. Here we go. Let's see, the penciling is looking great. Thank you. This has come such a long way, a long and awesome way. You guys are so supportive. I love it. So I'm just gonna give you a small example. So here's an example of what the first page was gonna look like for the original version of the comic. And I ended up taking a storyboarding course at some point a few months ago, and I looked at it at the comic, and I was like, I have to do this all over again. And I noticed that there were also a lot of medium shots. Medium shots are basically like shots from like the torso up, and in order to have good variety in comics and shot choice, you want to vary that up. So there's the first page of that comic compared to, where's the other? I know I have it open. Yeah, compared to this is where we have a pencil. Already, I just feel so much more confident about this shot. versus this. Not to mention, you know, a shot like this right here, this first spread right here where Javen's kind of being introduced to the world. I reworked it after a lot of thinking and came up with something that looks like this. And I just feel more confident in it. And part of the reason I did that was because I didn't feel comfortable presenting something or giving you guys something that I didn't feel somewhat proud of. And I knew that I could do better. So I want to thank you guys for your patience on that. First off, Mallard's here. What's up, Mallard? Thank you for the congrats. I appreciate it. So you guys, I think, can see the night and day difference. And what I think I'm going to do, actually, when I do release this, I'm probably going to have a PDF version for it. I might put it by having a small paywall or something where you can see the first version of the comic to show like the progress that had been made. So that's why it took me so long. I literally had to revise all of it. The story is still the same, a lot of the panels are still the same, but the drawing style is different. And I also updated Javen's look. So here's another example. Some of you guys have already seen Javen in his updated look and how he feels compared to how it used to be. Here's an example of the old turnaround that I did for him. And when you look at like this front pose and compare it to the new one here, I actually started asking people how they felt about the first Javen, and they're like, he looks like he's about 11 or 12 years old, and that's not what I wanted at all. I was like, oh shoot, if he doesn't look old enough, this is going to be a problem. And so some thought went into it and some convincing, but I decided to basically redesign the character for a new modern look, and I really kind of revised the shape language, and I'm going to have to do that for all the characters now, unfortunately, which is what that means. But again, I feel a lot better about that. So that's the first update I wanted to share about the webcomic. We are on to inks now, and my goal is to have this finished sometime between the end of April and mid-May. So within the next like 30 to 40 days, you guys should be able to read the first chapter for free. Lily Sapphire says Javen hit puberty in the middle of production. That is hilarious. I absolutely love that. Yeah, he kind of did hit puberty in the middle of production. So yeah. Now the other thing I also want to say, I've been debating. Oh wait, Kathy says I think I hit puberty. That's a Spider-Verse reference. Hold on, we gotta have some more wire to that. So yes. The other thing, I've been debating this for a while about how I actually want to release the episodes, and seeing how long this took me, I realized that I don't want to make the release of this project something that's like I do like one big chapter and then release it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to create a system where I'm releasing pages for you guys like every week. Not only to just, you know, get things out of my system, because I ruminate on stuff for a long time, but it'll, one, eliminate that, and two, it'll give you guys a reason to keep coming back and being invested and not forgetting about me. So what I'm gonna do is, as I move forward, maybe not with this first chapter, I think this first episode 0, the cipher, that's going to be released all at once, but after that, I'm probably going to do something where it's like a spread or two every week. I'm not exactly sure for how it's going to work or exactly what level of completion I'll have it be at, but it's going to build momentum for me, I think, on a personal level. So that means that you guys will be able to read the comic faster, and you guys will be able to share your opinions and your thoughts and get excited about it. So that's something that I'm really happy about. Amaris is on. What's going on, Amaris? Thank you for popping on the stream. You're back from spring break, and Kathy's asking, did you do anything fun? I actually am curious too. Lily Sapphire says, never forgot, always watching the videos still. Oh, you're so kind. I appreciate that. And, you know, part of this is me learning. Like I walked into this going like, I have a project idea. I don't know how to execute it, but I'm going to figure it out as I go. And, you know, as I was redoing the comic, I realized that there's a lot of things that I made mistakes on, that I need to fix up. I had this mindset of what I would call fix it later, which is basically like, I see a problem and I'll go, oh, I'll do it later. And I dealt with that so many times that became a problem. So this little era of the first comic has been very transformational for me as an artist, because I'm starting to see a lot of my flaws and a lot of the mindset issues that I've had. And now I can go into the future chapters with a better headspace. So that's super exciting. Now, the next update I want to give you is going to be a little sad for some of you. I have recently been experimenting with different ways to live stream. And this is the 100th on YouTube, and I have to say that unfortunately, because I just haven't made like long form videos, the channel has not been reaching out to as many people, and so the lives have been pretty dead, honestly. Like when I actually am going on live, and I appreciate the 2 or 3 of you that come on, but realistically, it's not super sustainable for me to try and build an audience in this way. So because of that, what I'm going to start doing is doing live streams more periodically and not every week on YouTube specifically. And that's, again, because the audience is just very small, and that's because that's just because I haven't made enough videos. So it's, you know, it's bittersweet. I'm not saying this is the last live stream on YouTube at all. That's not what I'm saying. I just mean, like, it might take me, you know, it might be like a month in between live streams on YouTube or things like that. And it's so that I can replace that time with, 1, doing the comic, and 2, making more long form videos, because that's something that I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't like found the time to do that. But it's something that I want to get better at in general. And so I'm going to be replacing the YouTube time or YouTube live stream time with more long form videos, more shorts, things like that, tutorials. And when I get an audience that's larger, then I probably will come back to doing more weekly live streams, especially if I'm able to do it on more than one platform at the same time, which I know is possible. I just need to get better internet. So with that said, though, I am not quitting live streaming altogether. Instead, I'm moving the live streams to TikTok. So you actually can see the URL for TikTok right here, or not the URL, the user for TikTok. And I found that by doing that, the audience has grown much faster. There's been more people going into the Discord, more people signing up for the newsletters, more people who are interested in Shadowboxers, and a couple of you who are even on the live stream right at this second were on a live stream with me just a few minutes ago on TikTok. And so I know some of you guys don't have it, and I'm sorry for that. You don't have, if you feel uncomfortable with downloading TikTok, it's fine. I get it. I know that sometimes there's some shady stuff that happens, for lack of a better term, but that's where I'm finding the most discoverability. And as an artist who's trying to be independent completely, I have to go with what works best for my bottom line at the end of the day. So again, this is not saying I am leaving live streams on YouTube forever. It just might mean that I'm doing them more periodically and less frequently, for the sake of making more videos, doing more for the comic, and actually being able to like participate more in Discord and figure out some new things that we can do. And again, it's just an era, right? Kathy says the end of an era. So it's, you know, yes, but we are also growing. Like at the same time, I say this very happily because I've been getting more sales on the Shadowboxer site, and there's more people signing up for the newsletter, more people in the Discord as of just the last couple of weeks that I've been experimenting with it. So one thing that I have learned is, if I'm going to do something, I have to first off be confident in that it's going to make my my end result be something I approve of, right? There's a quote out there that says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And that's kind of what YouTube live streams have become for this time. Thank you, Kathy. She says I've been working so hard. I've been trying to work a lot behind the scenes. I actually just edited a video and did a live stream, and I actually did 2 live streams today on TikTok. I edited a video, and then we prepared for this announcement, this other announcement that I'm going to announce next. But yeah, it's an exciting change, but I know it's going to be sad for some of you guys. Now, the other thing about my TikTok lives is I do it at random times. I don't have a set up schedule or strict schedule. So sometimes I'll do it on a Tuesday and then I'll not do it for till Sunday. Or sometimes I'll do 2 in a day. Or sometimes I'll do 1 4-hour stream in a day. Like, it just really depends. So if you are on TikTok, I recommend you follow my page. And I will be posting there more regularly. And hopefully you guys will have other brothers and sisters of Shadowboxers fandom that you guys can interact with in the Discord. So I'm sorry for those of you who are disappointed. I know at least one of you is a bit disappointed, who I won't name names, but that's the decision I'm making. Yeah, surprise stream. Yeah, there are gonna be surprise streams, so I'll just hop on and be like, I feel like drawing, and on streaming, finding people who also care about this project, and just as quickly as you guys, like some of you guys found me randomly on YouTube and you're like, I want to know more about this project, and those people may not find me here, but they see me over there. And so eventually the goal is to kind of combine the 2 streams into one. So every time I go live here on YouTube, I'll also be live on TikTok, and it'll be this nice big bubble of Shadowboxers crew. All right. So that's the second big announcement. Now the third one was kind of alluded to in the thumbnail, but we have something special coming for this for the rest of this month, and it is the very first Shadowboxers fan art contest. Woo! So what that means is, for those of you guys who are artists, those of you guys who are curious about how to get more involved in the community, this is the way to do it. And of course, we have prizes. So let me actually show my screen, and I'm going to walk you through the Shadowboxers fan art contest. So let me make this so you guys can see it. So the theme is draw the Shadowboxers characters at the beach. So that's why the thumbnail was styled the way it was. That's why this art looks like this. This is the fan art contest challenge. Draw any Shadowboxers characters at the beach. You can have Javen and Tana, you can have just Kayla, you can have Ishnu, you can have Aletha, you can have one character or all of the characters at the beach. Now the rules are, I have rules on the next slide, but it doesn't have to be scary. Okay, this is meant to be a fun, interactive contest that that you guys participate in, and hopefully it will be something that you guys will enjoy. So let me explain some of the rules for you. Number 1, like I said, draw at least one Shadowboxers character at the beach. It can be as simple or as complex as you'd like. I have an example of what a drawing could look like at the end of this, and you guys will get to see. But that could mean that you do, I don't know, Kayla surfing, or maybe Ishnu's buried his body in the sand or something like that. And I will also give you guys access to the character turnarounds and stuff like that, so you guys can actually draw them accurately. You also don't have to draw them in their traditional outfits. Like, if you're at the beach, then maybe you give them swim trunks and a swimsuit, like do whatever you want with that. Just simply have fun. Lily Savar says, oh, I already have ideas. Yes, good. All right, so number 2, the second rule is, in order to qualify, you need to sign up for the Discord and sign up for the newsletter at shadowboxers.com. Okay, so this is something that might not apply to all of you, because some of you guys who are here are already on the Discord and the newsletter. So if that's the case, then you're good to go. But for those who are unaware of how to do this, I'll show you. First step, you go to shadowboxers.com. That's shadow-boxers.com. It was also posted right here. You see that this website here in the pink. So if you go here and you wait just a moment, you will get this pop-up, and it's Kayla, and it's asking you to sign up for the newsletter. You put your email in there, and that's one way you can sign up for it. The other way, if you do end up clicking off of this, is you can scroll down to the bottom of any of the pages, and you can put your email down here where it says join the movement, sign up for our newsletter. You put our email here, it'll say you're a real one, and you're good to go. So that's one step. And then the Discord, we have our Discord community right here. You click on this link, it's absolutely free. A lot of you, if not most of you, are already in the Discord who are watching currently, so that's not going to be an issue for you. So In order to qualify for the contest, you need to be on both of these, okay? Next up, when you're submitting the artwork, you can DM your entry to me on Discord. Just directly DM me. I'll take a look. Or if you want to post on like Instagram or something, just make sure you tag the Shadowboxers page, okay? We don't have an email set up for that. I probably should be doing that soon, but that is the way we're going to be doing that, okay? So DM me or tag it in Shadowboxers on Instagram. Next up, the medium that you choose is up to you. It can be traditional or digital. I don't care. You can make a sculpture. You can make you can crochet a plushie or something. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just curious to see what you guys can do. And I know that a lot of you guys have different ways of communicating your art, and I'm totally down with that. Okay. Number 5, multiple entries are okay. So if you do a drawing tonight and send it to me, you can still do a second one or a third one or a fourth. You can do as many as you want, but there will only be one prize per artist, okay? And I'll get into the prizes next. Kathy says we'd love to see a sculpture. Yeah, that would be pretty fresh. So yeah, you can only get one prize, but you can have as many drawings as you want, right? You can even make a comic if you want to, like that would be cool. And then lastly, I don't think I should have to say this, but please no generative AI or tracing. Any entry that we suspect of using generative AI will just be disqualified. I'm not even gonna give you a warning. I'm just going to be like, nope, this is, I usually I can tell. Like 9 times out of 10, I can tell. I would actually say 9.5 times out of 10, I can tell when something is generative AI. So please don't do that. I think that would be unfair to everyone else who is putting in the work to try and create something cool for this community, and it's just not something I want to endorse. So I'll leave it at that. By the way, guys, if you have questions in the chat, or if you have questions, please post them in the chat. Or if you have questions later, you can DM me or something. I don't have a problem with that. Let's see. Lily Sapphire says that would be fun. I'm rusty at sculpting though. No worries. It's just meant to have fun. That's the whole point. All right. So now let's get into the prizes. Let's get into the prizes of what we're talking about. So the first prize winner gets stickers, prints, and an art book and 1 free shop item. Okay. So I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like. So we have stickers of 3 of the main characters right here. We have Kayla over here, we have Atana over here, and we have Javen. All these illustrations were done by my wife Kathy. So if you get first prize, you will get these 3, plus you will get prints of Javen right here, little prints here of Javen and Zalam for free, and you will get an art book. So you guys know that we have these art books on the shop, and this is going to be a part of it. You will get a free art book. I'll send it out to you once we decide who the winner is, and you guys can give me your address, and I'll send it out to you the next day. All right. And it also said you can get 1 shop item. So one of the shop items you can get is a shirt that looks like this, for example. This is one of the Javen shirts we have on the website. It says "Be the Light." So the way you can find that, let me go back here. If you go to the Shadowboxers website and go to shop, and it will load, presumably. Let's see. And you can pick any one item in the store and we will have it shipped to you. It could be a hoodie, it could be a shirt like what I have, it could be a cool Shadowboxers hat like this, it could be a beanie that says Shadowboxers. Anything that's on the shop, if you win first prize, it is yours. I guarantee it. All right. Let's see. Toasty Shrimp says it doesn't need to be said for y'all here because you're cool, but no NSFW guys. Oh yes, thank you, Megan. Please don't do NSFW stuff. I know it's at the beach. I know that there's a temptation to have some of the characters maybe presented a certain way, but just a reminder, most of the characters are minors, so please don't do NSFW. Even if they weren't minors, I still wouldn't want to see that. Okay, but my character's like 15, 16, 17 years old. Please do not. Other than that, it's fair game. Okay, just make it tasteful. Make it tasteful. Okay. So that is the first prize. The second prize is stickers, prints, and an art book. And by the way, some of you guys may already have one of the Shadowboxers art books in your possession already because you were an early supporter of the art book and you might have gotten it. So if that is the case, then you talk to me about it. You say, hey, look, I already bought an art book. I want something else. In that event, you can substitute the art book for another shop item worth $29.99 or less. Okay, so there's and basically the reason why is because the book is sold for $29.99 on the site, but that means you can get another shirt. The hoodies you wouldn't be qualified for. If you wanted a hoodie and you sent me the extra $20 or whatever, then we could work something out. But yeah, the hats and the beanies are $30. The water bottles, the phone case, any of that stuff, that's all fair game. Okay. And then lastly, if you get third place, you will get stickers and the prints. So everyone gets something. The prizes are rather similar, but we're still at the beginning stages of our merch and gifts and all that stuff. So that's how that's going to work. Now, next up, the deadline. The deadline is going to be Thursday, April 30th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. Why? Because I am in Central Standard Time. And so you guys have until the end of the month. So what is that, 2.5 weeks or so? I think that should be enough to come up with some sort of sketch or some sort of thing to present. Let me see. Uma says, so cool, art entries for USA artists only. No, anybody is available to get this. So there have been people from Sweden and Malaysia and all these places, Kenya, that have supported Shadowboxers. So that is part of my gift to you guys for supporting the community. I'm going to take the money out of our account, and I'm going to pay whatever shipping fee is necessary to get it to you guys. So it's not just for US only residents. I'm glad you asked that question, Uma. Judging, who's going to be judging? The winners will be selected by myself and the Shadowboxers team, which consists of Kathy, my wife, and Megan or Toasty Shrimp. So the three of us will go and judge it, and we will then have another live stream. I don't know if all three of us will be on there or if two of us will be on there or what it is, but we'll do another live stream announcing the winners, and then we'll reach out to you personally and get you guys your rewards. All right. And then lastly, here's an example of something I did just today. And this is Javen saying good luck to you guys. So this is just something you can do. I just had Javen with his surfboard ready to roll, and he's just saying good luck everybody, so you can have him say something fun. And again, the style doesn't have to be exactly what I do, right? Like, this is actually a different style than I normally draw. Like, this is how Javen typically looks, right? But I decided to make him a little cute for this one. And so yeah, I'm super excited. Megan said it best, can't wait to see all your awesome work. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that you guys are such a wonderful audience and a wonderful group of supporters that I wanted to find a way to give back, especially because it's the 100th stream. You know what I mean? Like 100, I didn't realize that it had gotten this far. So I wouldn't even say so quickly because it's been a few years since I started streaming, but 100 is not an easy number to reach, you know? So this is my thank you to you guys. So draw your heart out, sculpt your heart out, paint your heart out, and I would love to see what you guys make. Let me see. Let's see what the comments say. Kathy says, cutie. Oh, I thought Kathy did that. It was so cute. Yeah, I did this one. Look at him. He spray painted the board too. Yes, actually, what's fun about this is a little symbol. Kathy actually created the symbol. You'll see it in the Cypher comic, believe it or not, but it's kind of his way of like tagging his own identity. It's like got his face with his hair is this top part, and then here he's got like his chest and the prism necklace. So yeah, it's just a fun way that he kind of tags his identity without it being obvious. Plus, it looks kind of like an infinity, which I think is fun, or I guess a number 8, but whatever. Yes, so those are the main announcements. If there are any questions, again, please post them in the chat. But that is your fan art contest, guys. So draw any or all Shadowboxers characters at the beach, follow the rules, post some cool stuff, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Now the other thing, this is probably the last thing I will share as far as an announcement goes, and then I might do like a little bit of like show and tell for drawing stuff, because there's some things I would like to show. I have been seriously considering doing some sort of online courses. Part of it is because you guys can probably tell I love teaching. Teaching has become like a second love for me, and you know, trying to present something in a live stream for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes can help out some people, but I find that a lot of questions are very similar. And I can't I can repeat myself over and over again because I do it all the time. But I have decided I want to try creating like a world building course, a world building and IP development course, because as artists, I've been doing a lot of research on this, trying to figure this out. I know artists are really scared right now. This is a time where a lot of artists are scared about generative AI. They're scared of studios shutting down or not hiring them, especially like in animation and comics and stuff, and games. Industries are imploding. People are losing jobs, and you know, I was a victim to some of this stuff as well. And it's really kind of scary. But artists, I believe, are still important. And one of the things that I think is something that we can do is create our own projects. So because I've been putting Shadowboxers together for some years now, and I have pitched it, I would say successfully, to different studios like Hulu and such, I'm going to create an IP world building course. Now the format of it, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if it's going to be like a webinar or if it's going to be like if I'm going to make a bunch of videos and sell it to you guys or whatever the case is. But I want to walk you guys through how to create an IP that you care about, how to you know, how to think about marketing it or making it marketable, I guess you could say. I'm still growing my audience, so I'm learning, and as I'm learning, I'm going to share with you all. But things like the difference between like world building and storytelling, right? Those are actually two different things. They're adjacent, they're very near and close to each other, but there is a difference. And so I want to create something for you guys to be able to digest and learn from, so that if you ever want to create your own projects, whether it be a film, a comic, or a graphic novel, a web comic, you know, anything like that, then you guys will be prepared. And Kathy actually made this joke earlier. I watched all the YouTube videos so you don't have to. I spent so many hours binging writing courses and script writing stuff, and I've worked with writers in the past and currently who've given me a lot of great info that you may not find in certain places of the internet. So that's something I'm going to work on as a way to kind of share more with you guys. The due date for that, not certain. You guys know I'm working on multiple comics. I'm working on trying to create Shadowboxers into something bigger, but that is going to be on the horizon. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for listening to all my announcements. Let's see, let me see if I want to, I'm trying to decide if I actually want to draw a little bit while I'm here. Honestly, guys, I'm actually kind of hungry. Believe it or not, I think I'm gonna go grab some food after this. But that is the 100th stream. So I know that was short. I know that you guys were probably expecting something pretty massive. But it's, you know, it's just a short video. I know you guys got stuff to do. It's a Sunday evening. You guys probably are in other countries. We're getting ready to go to sleep or whatever. But I will be available on Discord. I'm available on Instagram, TikTok. If you are missing anything, all my info is down here. And of course, if you don't know where the Shadowboxers site is, it is shadow-boxers.com. But with that said, guys, yeah, I think we'll close the stream there. So thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Good luck for you guys who are doing the art contest, and yeah, peace. Have a good one.